Hello students of 5th standard, we have started the lesson that is nothing but, from today we are going to start the lesson that is nothing but lesson number 2, motions of the earth. We know that earth is one of the planet we have studied in the last lecture. Now today we are going to see the motions of the earth. So see in your textbook, so we are doing the, try this, what it is told, see that. Rotation, the top turns round itself. You have to take a top and you have to spin it, and then you have to observe the movement. The top turns round. Whenever you spin the top turns round itself. An object, you can say, that turns about itself actually turns round the imaginary line. Whenever a particular object is turning around itself, that means it is turning around the imaginary line. Means there is a one imaginary line, and around this the top is, you can say, turning. The turning of an object around itself is called as a rotation. What it is called, see here, the turning of an object around itself. Suppose an object turns around itself, then it is called as a rotation. And imaginary line around which it rotates is called as the axis of its rotation. And there is a one imaginary line around which the particular object rotates, and this is called as the axis of the rotation. Then see next one, the earth's rotation. Try this. What you have to do, see here, take a globe like the one in the picture and spin it. You want to take a globe and you want to spin it. Note the line around which it rotates. There is a one imaginary line around which the globe is rotating. Now take a plumb line and hold it. You have to take one plumb line and you have to hold it. Then see, close to the globe as shown in the picture. As it is shown in the picture, you want to hold the plumb line. Then see, if you can't get a plumb line, tie a long thread to an eraser and make one. If you don't get the plumb line, then what you have to do, you have to tie an eraser to a thread and you have to hold it near the, you can say, globe. See here, further what we are going to see? What you will see? You will see that the plumb line and the earth axis are at an angle to each other. Whenever you hold the plumb line onto the globe, what does it tells us? That the plumb line and the earth axis are at angle to each other. That is, the earth axis is inclined. Whenever you see the earth axis, it is nothing but inclined. The earth rotates with its axis inclined like this. Whenever you see the earth is rotating in an inclined part, or you can say inclined axis like this. The line north-south in the picture, or you can say the line NS, which is shown in the picture, shows the, you can say, earth's, the line that is shown here, NS, that is, which is shown in the picture, is the earth's axis, is nothing but the earth's axis. It passes through the center of the earth, that is the north-south line, that is NS line, passes through the center of the earth. The point N and S are called the poles of the earth. The point N and S are called as the poles of the earth. Then see, N is nothing but the north pole of the earth, and S is nothing but the south pole of the earth. If a circle were drawn around the surface of the earth exactly in the middle between the north and south pole, it would divide the earth into two equal parts. So this line, NS line, what it is doing? It is dividing the earth into two parts. This imaginary circle is called as a Equator. What it is called? Equator. Then see, the two equal part makes the earth. Now, due to this equator, the earth is divided into two parts. That is nothing but northern hemisphere. The part which belongs to the north side is called as a northern hemisphere, and the part which belongs to the southern part is called as a southern hemisphere respectively. Then see in your textbook, southern part respectively. See there, try this. You want to stand a candle in the middle of a large table. What you have to do? You have to put a candle into the middle of a large table. Draw a big circle around the candle. What you want to do? You want to draw a big circle around the candle. Place a globe at a point on this circle. What you have to do? You have to take one point on the circle, and on that point you want to place a globe. Then see, you have to light the candle. What afterwards you have to do? You have to light the candle. See that it is dark in room. So what there should be? There should be dark in the room. Suppose that the candle is the sun. Now the candle whichever you have lighted, see in the book, then you will get the correct picture. That is, candle is at the middle and you have drawn a circle around the candle and you have taken one point, and on that point you have placed a globe, and the room is totally dark. And here candle is nothing but a sun. It acts as a sun. Now looking at the globe from the direction of the north pole, what you have to do? Now you have to look to the globe from the direction of the north pole. Turn it anti-clockwise. You want to turn it anti-clockwise. This is how the earth rotates. Now whenever you turn this globe anti-clockwise, this is how the earth is rotating. It rotates from west to east. That means it is rotating from west to east. Then see, as the earth rotates, its different parts come into light. Whenever you see the earth is rotating, there are some parts which come into light of the sun. Some one after the other and turn away from also in the same order. What happens? One after the another, one part will come into the light. See the next one, sunset and sunrise. Try this. Stick a red bindi on the globe. What you want to do? You want to stick a red bindi on the globe. Set up the previous model of the globe and the candle. Same model you have to do. You have to place a candle at the middle. You have to draw a circle, and on the circle you want to put a point, and there you want to put a globe there. Now you have to turn this globe anti-clockwise. What you have to do? You have to turn the globe anti-clockwise because the earth rotates from west to east. Then see, note the sunrise, noon and sunset at the location of the bindi. What you have to do? You have to locate the sunset or sunrise at the location of the bindi where you have touched or where we have put. After one sunrise, note when the next one occurs at the bindi. What you have to do? After one sunrise, you have to locate when the next sunrise is going to occur at the bindi. You will see that this happens when the earth completes one rotation. When again the sun comes at the bindi, whenever there is a complete rotation of the earth, at that time you can say sunrise comes at the, you can say, or the shadow of the, you can say, or the light of the candle falls onto the bindi. When the earth completes one rotation, that is, when it makes one complete turn round itself. When this is seen, when the light on the bindi is seen, whenever there is a complete rotation of the globe, at that time we can see this light on the bindi. This period of time that the earth takes to complete one rotation is called as a day. That means a period of which the earth takes to rotate round itself is called as a day. Then see, day has two parts. We know that day has two parts, that is nothing but a daytime and night time. These are the two parts of the day. That means simply we can call it as day and night. So there are two parts of the day that are nothing but a day and night. Then see, for the purpose of measuring time, we divide the whole day into 24 parts. We are dividing the whole day into 24 parts. Out of that, 12 parts are of day and you can say 12 parts are of a night. That means a day makes 24 hours. Means in a day there are 24 hours, of which 12 are of a day and 12 are of a night. Then see, this is you can say the parts of the day. Then see a year. Now move the globe along the circle on the table. As you do this, keep rotating the globe and ensure the axis does not change its orientation. So what you have to do, you have to keep the globe, you can say turning or rotating round itself, and it should not change its orientation. Eventually the globe will come back to the original position. That means after rotating, the globe will come back to the original position on the circle. This is how earth revolves around sun as it rotates around itself. That means it rotates around the sun also, it revolves around the sun and it rotates around itself in its own axis. The period of time the earth takes to complete one revolution round the sun is called as a 1 year. That means as earth rotates around itself, it also rotates around the, you can say, sun, and this is called as a revolution. And to complete one revolution, there is a, you can say, 365 days the earth requires. That is nothing but it makes a year, and this is nothing but this is nothing but 365 days and 6 hours in a year.